This is a call for an uprising. Hey, everybody, I wanted to do an update on the after-school Satan program. I know, I've talked about it, how it's coming, and it's pretty much here now. And I want to give an update for people out there who are wondering what's going on, because school is starting in the United States of America in a few weeks. We're already at, the end of August here. And the Satanic Temple, let's start with the locations that they've targeted. Okay, so they've targeted Atlanta, Los Angeles, Florida, Pensacola, Florida, Portland, Oregon, Salt Lake City, Utah, Seattle, Springfield, Missouri, Arizona, and Washington, D.C. Now, it looks like two of these are definitely going to happen in two specific spots. You could see the article here. Utah is one step closer to actually getting this pushed through, which is it's an absolute abomination. They sent their petition letters, and like I told you, they're targeting schools specifically that have the Good News Club in it. So the Good News Club is supposed to be like an after-school prayer group. They're targeting those schools specifically that allow that, because then they can say, well, freedom of religion, we're coming in if they're allowed to be there. So they actually heard back from the school district, and they confirmed that the Good News Club is not a school-sponsored or student-led group, and they pay a faculty fee. With that in mind, they said that they will disperse funds to Utah and proof of liability insurance in the coming week. So they have to actually pay to be here. And they said they have no problem paying. It's not a huge amount of money, okay? But, it adds up. You got to wonder who's funding it. Oh, I wonder who's funding it, how they even have money coming in. Can't tell me it's from selling these ridiculous T-shirts they have. So they're actually going to have a teacher and stuff like that in these locations, which is absolutely ridiculous. So the one in Utah looks like it's going through, and then the other one that looks like it's pretty much official is the Satanic Temple, the Seattle chapter. And this is another thing. You would be shocked to know how many of these Satanic temples there are out there. The one that gets the most attention is the one in Detroit. That's the one led by the Pigman Eye guy. I don't know if he's the leader, but that's that's where he is, Pigman Eye. That's the one that has the Baphomet statue. People know it because of that whole, deal with them with the Baphomet statue and having the whole display. And he usually goes on and speaks on shows and stuff like that. But they're in all of these states. They're in Florida. They're in Arizona. They're in Seattle, which is, Washington State. They are all over the place quietly. And you can see on their website here, the Satanic Temple of Seattle plans to offer its after-school Satan Club in local elementary schools this fall, beginning with the Centennial Elementary School in Mount Vernon. Will only be operating in schools that also have Christian Evangelists Good News Club operating on school grounds as well. Listen to what they say, unlike the Good News Club, we won't be proselytizing. And of course, as always, they use words like that because they know people don't understand what they mean, but they want to sound like they're an intellectual group. The definition of that is converting people. So they won't be converting people, unlike, the after-school Christian group, the Good News Club. They won't be converting to young children or trying to convert them to Satanism. Instead, after-school Satan clubs will focus on free inquiry and rationalism, the scientific basis for which we know what we know about the world around us. Which is hilarious to me. Now, look, I was scrolling down from this, this breaking news on the Satanic Temple of Seattle's page. Look at this. They're talking about, we're going to be teaching free inquiry and rationalism. And here are pictures of them all at the Gay Pride Parade. Of course, they'd be there at the Gay Pride Parade. And look at what they're handing out. Look at some of this stuff here. Satan loves all of his children. Satan loves all of his children. Wait a minute. I thought they don't believe in Satan. Oh, but Satan loves all of his children. So do you believe? It's unbelievable how obvious these people are. And people still, they walk around claiming to be atheists and people still go along with it. Satan loves all of his children, but you don't worship Satan, right? But you're just, but Satan loves his children, saying that God doesn't love his. Trying to, again, spitting in the face of Christians. And let's keep in mind here, the satanic tenets that they have, which are all just a complete hypocrisy. They're nothing but lies, because these people are nothing but liars and deceivers and snakes. But remember now, they're saying that, Satan loves his children, which is obviously a direct shot at God, our Father in heaven. It's a direct shot at Christians. So let's see what one of their tenets say. There's 7 fundamental tenets. Oh, here's one right here. The freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forego your own. It sounds like you're not only not respecting Christianity, you're mocking Christians without, nobody is even egging you on to do so. You're just doing this, handing out this, ridiculous propaganda. But here they all are at the gay pride parade looking like a bunch of fools. I'd rather take a hammer to the head than be at this thing. Look at this nightmare. They have their satanic the satanic emblem, which I've exposed in this channel. I'll put the link below for this symbol. They have it right on the gay flag, of course, mocking God with the rainbow. That's God's promise to us. They've taken the gay flag and they've poisoned it. But here they all are at the Satanic Temple. I just wanted to point that out since, as I've said on this channel many times, they claim that they're not followers of Satan. But look at all this. Satan loves his children. Satan loves his children. I mean, all over the place, upside down cross. But remember, it's a mindset. I mean, these people are lost and deceived. They need prayers, but they also need, Christians need to fight back against this stuff. Because like I said, we can pray and we're going to pray and prayer works. And I truly believe in prayer. But there are children out there that they are going after, and we need to stand up and fight for these kids. So these are the schools now that Utah and Seattle, for the most part, are official at the beginning of the school year. And I'm sure more will come out in the next couple of weeks. But like I said, there's a lot of other locations. And I wanted to point it out because some people out there actually might be in these locations. I have over 100,000 subscribers. So maybe one of you is out there. You wouldn't even know if it was sneaking into your school or not. So be aware. Again, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Pensacola, Portland, Oregon, Salt Lake City, Seattle, Springfield, Missouri, Arizona, Washington, D.C. Those are the places that they've targeted specifically, and they are going to get in as long as those schools have the Good News Club, and that's why they targeted those schools, and all they have to do is, now that they've figured this out, that it's a private club, the Good News Club pays to be on the facility. Now that they're aware of this, now that they've got confirmation, all they have to do is pretty much pay to go to these locations. And they say they have no problem paying. But we know they'll be paying in the end. They'll be paying come Judgment Day. But in the meantime, here on earth, we have to make sure we protect these kids. We got to keep, parents need to be aware of this and keep their kids out of there. Don't fall for the lies that they're not trying to, unlike Christians, they're not trying to convert anyone into Satanism. Oh no, you're only handing out coloring books to elementary school kids, teaching them about the pentagram and the freaking Baphomet. The goat with breasts and a penis. You're teaching a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, whatever, fourth grader, I should say. You're teaching them about the Baphomet. Oh, yeah, but you're not trying to convert anyone. And of course, a young kid in elementary school might think the Baphomet looks cool because look at it. Oh, it's a goat that flies. You know what I mean? They can play off of that and they can say, we're not going to force you in anything like Christians do. Over here, you can do what you want. Do what thou wilt. It's a complete abomination. These people are nothing but liars and frauds, and it needs to be exposed. So get the word out there. Share this video. Let people know, we have to constantly keep updating this and talking about this. It can't just be a story that comes out about the after-school Satan programs and everybody goes, oh my goodness, and then it fades away. This is something I'm going to continue to bring up because parents need to be aware. People need to be aware. We need to do what we can to fight against this because this is spiritual warfare, and they are going after young kids, and they are conditioning them and indoctrinating them with occultic rituals. That's the truth of the matter. They're not going to the after-school Satan program, and sitting there and watching, and watching a movie or whatever. I'm sure they'll watch a movie. They'll probably watch The Craft or something like that. Or some demonically possessed film. I'm sure they'll put on Harry Potter and that stuff. But they're literally going there, and they're not talking about, what they claim scientific rationalism for elementary school kids, free inquiry and rationalism. What fourth graders? Oh yes, I'd love to talk about rationalism today. After I drink my sippy cup, I'll be right over and we can talk about rationalism and scientific basis. No, they're tricking them. Here's a coloring book. Fourth graders might be too old for that stuff, but oh, cool. Here's your black shirt with a pentagram everybody gets. Here's your charm. They'll probably give them satanic charms that they'll just take home, and their parents will be like, oh, okay, whatever. It's just a charm. They'll have a satanic attachment to it. I mean, it's all lies. It's all disgraceful. The only ones that'll be in the classroom is some satanic teacher and these kids. We won't know what they do unless we go, I don't know how else we can get in there. But I'm sure they'll have some type of one-day open house with the parents, and they'll do something that is, based on science or something like that, right? And the parents will be like, oh, yeah, it's not all that bad, because people don't, perceive others as being snakes in the grass. They don't perceive others as tricking them. They're so naive about everything. They say, oh, yeah, I guess this is what they do here. As if, somebody wouldn't just say, well, do you think they're putting on an act just because the parents are there? No, I don't think so. I think that they just, kind of sit around and talk about social studies and science, and they talk about about chemistry. They're talking about the Baphomet. Look at their logo, the upside down pentagram. They obviously practice sorcery and witchcraft. I mean, who's buying it? How dumb do you have to be to buy into their lies? You got to be pretty stupid. I mean, all you got to do is look at their logo. Hello, there's the Baphomet. Hello, there's the upside down pentagram inside of a circle. Research the pentagram upside down. Research it. Research the Baphomet. Oh, a human sacrifice, you say? Oh, boy. Oh, all the things are... Wait a minute. Who else was into the Baphomet? Oh, Aleister Crowley. It was all about the Baphomet. Worship the Baphomet. Oh, and what did he teach about black magic? Oh, having sex with young boys and blood and human blood rituals are the best way to obtain the purest form of black magic. Oh, interesting. Nope. Nobody will look into it. They just think it's like a marketing ploy. Oh, what a cute little logo. No big deal. While they're indoctrinating children in their elementary, at the age of, elementary school students, whatever age that ranges from, whatever, 6 to 10 or 14, whatever. They're indoctrinating them at that age to learn all of this. And then when they get older, they're going to continue down the path and they're going to learn more about it. But they're already going to be indoctrinated, following it, thinking it's cool. Ooh, what's next? What more could I learn? That's how these things work. They're like pyramid schemes. They learn a little bit, they get a little bit, and then they continue to climb up the ladder. Ooh, now this spell, I can get this. Oh, with that spell, I can get money. Oh, this stuff. Oh, and they just, that's why pyramid schemes work on people. They trick people, pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, making money. Because they give you a taste, and then you want more, and you keep going because they're like, oh, here's, first you made $20, now you made $100, now you made $1,000. Oh, but you might be able to make 5,000. They try and make 5,000. Can I make 100? And then they end up losing everything because it's a Ponzi scheme. Well, the people that are involved in those things and participate, they crave more. They climb up there. Same at the Mason lodges. You have to elevate and climb up the ranks. That's what they do in Satanism. So they're going to give them a taste, make it seem cool, continue to, manipulate kids, show them Harry Potter and all that stuff, and say, you could just be like Harry Potter. You can do all the things Harry Potter does. I mean, it's complete lies. So Seattle and Utah are the ones that are looking very likely that they're already official and in the bag. Specifically Utah, but the Seattle chapter is claiming that they're already, in this school in Mount Vernon, Seattle. So I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else on it. If you're somebody who has kids in these schools, you should pull them out. Okay, I mean, I'm all about, homeschooling is the way everything should be done. But if you both have to work and you need to put them in school or whatever your situation is, I understand. But you've got to get them out of schools that allow this stuff. Because even if the kid isn't participating in the after-school Satan program, somebody else can manipulate him into going. And you wouldn't know, oh, I'm staying after school, Mom. I'm going to play basketball. And somebody might say, you got to try this. You got to get in, right? It's no different than when kids with drugs or drinking, right? The parents are like, oh, they would never do that. Other people influence them to get into that. Come on, do it. And that's what this after-school Satan program is going to be. They're probably going to have plant children in there. They probably will in the school to recruit kids to go join it. I guarantee it. I wouldn't put anything past these Satanists. They're as sick, as vile creatures as there possibly could be. As you can see from them at the gay pride parade, like a bunch of morons running around. Oh, Satan loves all his children, unlike God. I thought you didn't believe in Satan, you lying filth. They are liars. Be aware. Share this video. I'll keep you posted if I hear anything else on these satanic after-school programs. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.